reduce the price of bus fares by compensating bus drivers with rebates.
United Workers' Party candidate for Gros Islet, Marcella Johnson, recently proposed a reduction in bus fares, suggesting that drivers could be compensated through government-issued rebates. However, the proposal has been met with strong opposition from local bus operators, who argue that the plan is neither practical nor beneficial to their livelihood. Speaking out against the suggestion, several drivers stated that while commuters would welcome lower fares, the proposed rebate system would not adequately cover their daily operational costs. They insist that without a more sustainable solution, such a measure would negatively impact their earnings and overall financial stability.
I think it is more beneficial to us if we get the fare from the commuters. Okay, collecting it from the government will decrease our intake.
Bus drivers have strongly opposed recent suggestions to lower public transportation fares, arguing that any such measures must first address their soaring operational costs, particularly fuel prices and expensive vehicle parts. The drivers dismissed the fare reduction proposal as impractical.
The thing is, you have to make it a little more practical. The government will not want to reimburse drivers, every single driver in St. Lucia, every month. You understand? That's something they'll never want to do. Okay, so you have to give them something more practical. Okay, so I feel the fuel, because every time bus fare is because of fuel. So bring down the fuel. They had some subsidize the fuel, they move it, all them things. So bring down the fuel, and then you could talk about bringing down bus fare. Until they don't do that, like, that making no sense.
Given the exorbitant cost of vehicle maintenance, drivers contend that reducing import duties on spare parts would provide more meaningful relief than the current fare reduction plan.
Right now, their parts are very expensive. And to purchase parts right now, to bring it, imagine if you order your own parts, it's quite expensive. And to purchase it from a merchant down here, it's an arm and a leg. So if we can get a reduction in like duties of these parts and all these things can help. But to come up with a suggestion like to reduce on our price and government repay, that's not making no sense. That's not making any sense. And the cost of fuel is going up every day. That's not making any sense.
One driver had this to say about the UWP Gros Islet candidate.
If Marcella have to come up with a mechanism, tell her come up with a better defense mechanism. You want to go into politics, come up with something that's better, something that's more valuable than that. To me, that's a stupid suggestion. I don't think that's not making any sense to me.
The discontent points to growing tensions within the transportation sector, where operators say they are caught between rising costs and pressure to keep fares low. Many argue that comprehensive policy changes, not just fare adjustments, are necessary to establish a sustainable public transport system. Chloe Dantes, NBC Prime.